Intercontinental Exchange, colloquially known as ICE, has released its April 2024 Mortgage Monitor report. Based on internal and publicly available datasets which found that overall, from the year 2000 to 2022, upgrading to a home roughly 25% larger than their current home would require the average homeowner to increase their principal and interest payments by roughly 40%, or $400, per month. According to ICE, there are many headwinds facing the would-be seller in today's market, making their existing mortgage payment the most attractive option in comparison. While this has been the case for some time, the ICE team sought to quantify this lock-in effect beyond simply identifying the number of borrowers within or below a given interest rate band. After American mortgage holders secured some of the lowest first lien rates ever, and benefited from record home price growth on top of that, we wanted to quantify just how locked in folks truly are, and what kind of rate declines would be needed to shake some of that inventory loose. ICE looked at how much it would cost the average homeowner with a mortgage to trade up to a 25% more expensive home in today's market, or to simply move across the street for that matter into a home identical to their own. The results were bracing, to say the least. The average homeowner's mortgage payment would more than double to gain just 25% in property value, hardly an entertaining proposition. That said, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more vivid illustration of the lock-in effect that's kept inventory in a hole for the last few years. Simply giving up their current rate to move across the street to an equivalently priced home in today's market would result in a nearly 40% increase in principal and interest, an average of $500 more per month. Lower rates would ease the calculation for many and make moves more reasonable. But the net result continues to be too few homes for too many buyers. Until that fundamental mismatch is addressed, simple supply and demand will continue to press on both inventory and affordability. Though inventory levels are still depressed, there have been signs of improvement. Inventory lags 40% below pre-pandemic levels, and February's inventory deficit was the shallowest of any February since 2020. Inventory levels rose in 60 of the 100 largest U.S. markets in February, with 65% of major markets having more homes available for sale today than they did at the same time last year. After closing out 2023 at an 11-year low, home sales have begun to improve over the last 2 months. In fact, lower interest rates led to February home sales hitting their highest adjusted level since March 2023. With sales rising and inventory still tight, months of supply edged slightly lower in February, continuing to provide a floor for home prices. The Mortgage Monitor also touched on the lock-in effect, where people are choosing to stay in their home despite their needs for different amenities due to fear of taking out a mortgage at a higher, less than favorable rate. The lock-in effect on inventory varies significantly across geographies, with the cost to give up an existing mortgage and buy a 25% more expensive home, ranging from a low of a 72% payment increase in Buffalo, to more than 140% in Los Angeles and San Jose. While home prices and mortgage amounts are certainly a factor in increased cost, the effect is compounded by the fact that borrowers in more expensive cities tend to have both lower mortgage rates and higher unpaid balances on their existing homes. Because of this, the lock-in effect on inventories may be strongest in more expensive California markets such as Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco and San Jose, markets that also face challenges in terms of new construction. Mortgage rates need to come down to dislodge the lock-in effect, since most factors influencing 30-year rates are out of lenders' control. They need to be able to find ways to compress spreads without simultaneously compressing their own profit margins. I'm curious what you think. Please leave your comments below, and be sure to subscribe to my videos. I am Skip Benton with Coldwell Banker Select Real Estate in Northern Nevada. I'm happy to provide the preceding information. You can find me on LinkedIn and Facebook. Have a wonderful day.